Tried and failed, I tried and failed, oh, how I tried and how I failed.
Well, good morning, Lionhearts. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. Jordan the Lion, Jeffrey, Clark Gable, only no jaw. Today is preparation day for taking off in the morning, and I have a ton of things to do, unfortunately. I don't even know how I'm going to get it all done. I have an audition, and it's not a commercial audition. I have to tape the audition, so I have to actually learn the 2 pages of dialogue. I have to hit up a friend to read it and record it with me. My ATM card in the last 2 days when I've been putting it in machines at stores has been having trouble reading, and since I'm leaving now, I'm worried about that. So I'm thinking that I should probably go get a replacement debit card. Unfortunately, you know, it's not gonna have my name on it, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I have to go buy something I swore I would never ever buy. I have to go buy flip-flops. These long flights, after a while of just been sitting in this tight quarters and having shoes on and stuff, it just starts to get really uncomfortable. My feet start hurting, so I actually want to buy a cheap pair of flip-flops that before I, like once I get to the airport and I'm waiting for my flight and everything to board, I'll switch into them then and just kind of get comfortable or whatever. Just a cheap pair. And I think I have to hit the post office. I left a battery out at Kevin's house in the valley. I have to pack my bags. I did the laundry last night at 3 a.m. and yeah, so it's just been hectic. There's a lot going on. I'm trying out a new camera setting today. We'll see what it's like. I watched a video on how to use manual as a vlogger, and I'm just gonna work through it and see what it looks like today before I start using the camera for the trip. So we'll see what it looks like. If it's a little bit weird, I'll know it when I edit tonight, and I probably will go back to my original settings tomorrow. But that's what's in store today. Now, because of all that, I'm just not gonna have time to go do like a historical part of the vlog. So if you remember, like a month or so ago, my buddy Orlando was here in town visiting, and we went and did some vlogging. I'm taking you to where he and I went vlogging, one of the stops that we made. We made about 4 videos that day, and this is the last of those, so I hope you enjoy it. Alright, got it all out of my mouth. Let's get this day started and start doing things, checking them off the list, and hopefully getting everything done. Days with Jordan the Lion begins now. Well, it's the last day for palm trees for a while, gang. Soak it in while you can. And the last day of this for a while too. I think our first trip is we're gonna go over to the 99-cent store and see if I can't get those little flip-flops there. Sometimes they have them actually. And this is the last day I'm gonna have to drive for a while too. I won't complain about that. There's Danny Trejo's donut shop. All right, we're here. Well, people often ask me if I ever run out of, or am I worried I'm gonna run out of vlogging ideas. Nope, not at all. Actually, I ran into, as I was driving over here, I wrote down 3 different things that that I forgot that I wanted to vlog that were on my way, so I wrote those down. I don't know what's going on up here. See those cameras? I haven't found them yet, but that's weird that they sell kettlebells here at the 99-cent store. That's kind of surprising. I'm not seeing them. I've seen them at other 99-cent stores. I've seen where they have like a ton of options. I'm just not seeing them here. I found a few pairs of women's slippers and some child size flip-flops, but no adult, so I'm gonna hit Target. All right, we're gonna check here. If they don't have any flip-flops here that are, basically I just need something cheap, you know, just something for like a couple of wears. So if they don't have something here, I'll hit another 99-cent store, and then I gotta hit the bank and get a new ATM card. Then I gotta call my phone company and set up an international plan, so I'll have some Wi-Fi while I'm there. Okay. All right. I guess slippers would be I guess we could do that too. All right, now we're getting somewhere. There's all kinds of options over here. All right, all right. Kind of expensive for a one-time use though. I guess they're not too bad. I was seeing these $34 signs, but there's some like $15 ones, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know, we'll see. These seem like a good option, except they don't have my size. They're only 12 bucks. So my options are these kind, or these sandals that are a little bit too big, but they have memory foam in them. I think I'm gonna go with these, because they're actually pretty comfortable. Both of them are, but I don't know. Tough decision. Yep, gonna go with those. Interesting license plate. All right, we're not actually going to Trader Joe's, but my bank is actually right beside it. That is a great mural. All right, gang, I'm back. I got a handful of the stuff that I need to do done already, luckily. My camera battery died while I was at the bank, but what you missed out on was the reason that I actually was like kind of freaking out about this is because usually in the past when my ATM card has broken or anything's gone wrong, they issue me a new one there, like a temporary one that doesn't have your name on it, but they deactivate your other one. And I had made all my reservations, all my plane reservations, all of my hotel reservation stuff, all that was on that card. So I didn't know they could do this, but actually what they were able to do was they were able to open a new card for me and keep the old one open until I get my new one in the mail. So that's pretty awesome. I'm actually going to be okay, I think. I was also able to convert some of my money to euros while I was there, paid my rent, and now I got to make a handful of calls, so you guys are going to do our vlog. What you're going to do today is you're going to Santa Monica and you are going to see where unfortunately the actor William Holden died. Enjoy your trip and I'll talk to you when you get back. What we're going to do today, we were actually in Santa Monica today for one of my auditions, and we're going to vlog the building right behind me. Now this building right here in front of me was the last home of a man who my grandmother even said that she had the hots for, an actor named William Holden. Now William Holden is about as, I guess you'd say, Hollywood success story as they come. He wasn't born in Hollywood, but his family moved to Pasadena when he was a young boy, and he actually went to Pasadena, South Pasadena High School. He went to the Pasadena Junior College, performed in Pasadena local theater, and was actually discovered by a talent scout while performing in local theaters. Now when you say the name William Holden, most of you probably think of his nomination for Sunset Boulevard, all the various movies, maybe even Network that you saw him in. He had a really storied, great career. It all ended here. He actually was, in a surprising way, one of those people who fell through the cracks of stardom. He was a superstar, but nowadays you say his name and other than Sunset Boulevard, maybe other people don't know about him, but he actually, like I said, became a star even later on in his life, shortly before his death, when he was in the movie Network, where he created this memorable character. And he said he actually had formed that character by job studying a lot of producers that he had worked with. He said, I just basically channeled them when I did this. Now, he was a heavy drinker and a heavy smoker. And Shelley used to tell me one of her great stories, and this is actually, I think, in her book. I couldn't really find it, but I remember her telling me that one year she was really depressed, and so she spent her Christmas at the studio. I believe it was Paramount Studios is where she was stationed in those days. And she said in those days all the actors had their own bungalow. And she said, I was feeling really down in the dumps, my relationship had just ended. And so I went to stay at my bungalow for the night, and I was gonna ring in my Christmas there, and she said William Holden happened to be on the lot, and he was single at the same time. And we ended up cuddling up in his bungalow, and we spent that Christmas together. And she said, and that became a tradition. She said every single year, if I was single or if he was single, we would end up back at that bungalow. And she said he would always bring me a gift, a diamond ring or a necklace or something. She said it actually went on for a few years. But he actually died here in a penthouse. They said that he was a pretty heavy drinker for the most part and would tie one on every night. And the theory is that one night he was drinking up in his apartment. They believe stumbled over a throw rug or an area rug up in his apartment and actually hit his head on an end table. And what they said was that it started bleeding, and instead of going to the hospital or instead of going and getting any kind of help, he basically just tried to take care of it with Kleenex, and ended up passing out and wasn't found for 4 days. When they finally, somebody tried to contact him and couldn't get in. When they finally showed up here and started entering the room, they saw a big bloodied mess on the floor and a man who had deteriorated over the last 4 days. But it was actually right here on Ocean Boulevard, about 2 or 3 blocks away from where Stan Laurel's last apartment was. And if you remember William Holden in Sunset Boulevard, he also met an untimely demise there as well when Norma Desmond decides to shoot him and he falls into the pool and dies in the pool. That's how the actual movie starts. Now I was kind of surprised to find out when I read online, or maybe it's not a surprise, I don't know, that whenever his apartment comes up for sale, it always goes for more money than it did before, all the way upwards to $10 million at one point. I wasn't able to spot which exact apartment or which high-rise loft apartment he had here, but I did read that he had it because he had the same situation Stan Laurel did. He just loved the view. So let's walk over and take a look at the view. And another one of my favorite William Holden moments was actually on the I Love Lucy show. Most of you probably know what I'm talking about, that moment where she just keeps sitting in the brown derby staring at William Holden till he starts staring back. If you're looking for more movies to kind of investigate William Holden's talent, you might want to watch The Wild Bunch or the one that he won the Oscar for, Stalag 17. Kind of an interesting story. Alright gang, how is Santa Monica? I know, what a sad story, right? What a bummer. Every time I watch Sunset Boulevard, I'm going to be thinking about that unfortunate story. Especially because the way he goes out in there when he just takes the header into the pool. Anyway, while you guys were seeing that, I have set up my international phone plan. I made reservations for the Magic Castle, and boy am I glad I did, because they said they only had one reservation available till the end of the year at this point. And my pass is only good till the end of the year, as they said a lot of people that are calling now. So they said literally I had one possible night and time that I was able to book it, so I did. So I'm going, and it'll be in the middle of December, and it'll be a blast. And then I called, and some great people that watch this channel offered to buddy pass me to Ohio for Christmas and back. So I called and just kind of set up the situation with them and what we're going to do with that. And so me and my little four-legged buddy will get a fly to Ohio and see our family for the holidays. So now I have to study my lines for the audition that I have to tape. I have to then run over to Kevin's house, pick up my batteries, come back, and then my friend Mark is supposed to come by and show me how to organize some stuff on YouTube, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all that. So bear with me, guys. Woo! Yo, Jeffrey, guess what, dude? So like a week and a half ago, John Wan sent me a message through text message and said that the Marriott Hotels owned a channel that were considering picking up our music video and playing it on their channel and in their hotels next year. And he sent me a message today and said that that did happen. Next year, Hurt Myself, the video, the very first music video that I ever directed, is going to be played all over Marriott hotels. Yeah! I know that this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but this almost feels like an alternate universe that there is a pair of flip-flops in this apartment, because I have long been an absolute anti-flip-flop person. I don't like seeing feet. I don't get it, but telling you, those long flights, and I have a 9-hour flight before my first layover, and when you're wearing shoes and you're in a cramped seat, your feet start hurting bad. So I'm forgoing the coolness to wear these things, guys. Forgoing the coolness. Well, a little bit of an update. I absolutely hated that guy's settings that he said to do for this camera, so I went back to my settings. I'm taking the smallest suitcase possible because I'm flying WOW Air again, which is a nightmare, but it was so cheap, whatever. But they charge you for even a carry-on. So I'm taking my backpack for free, but taking the only bag I have that will work for a carry-on. And I have like 2 old shirts. I'm just going to throw them away while I'm there, so I make a little room in my backpack on the way back. And yeah, so I'm partially packed. I'm going to take those silver Pumas, I think. And then we will be off to Belgium. You guys will actually have a day delay because you're going to Knott's Berry Farm tomorrow. But because I'll be traveling, I'll be traveling in airports and stuff, and I don't want you to have to watch that. So you'll get the vlog the next day. I appreciate you guys. And I just packed up a different pair of sunglasses because I have a Patreon this month who went for the option where I will wear a different pair of sunglasses and do a special adventure for you. I decided I'm going to do your adventure on this trip unless you don't want me to, because I have one day that to me is just like the pinnacle of my vlogging life, and I thought, why not, why not wear your glasses for that day? So that's going to be, in my opinion, you're going to get to see one of the best vlogs that I will ever have the opportunity of filming. Well, I'm driving home from Kevin's from getting my battery, and I'm going through Universal City, and you can see all the fireworks going off up there. All right, I'm home. I finally got everything done. As far as everything that I could do out on the road, it's all done. Now, my buddy is actually coming over to show me how to use some of the YouTube functions on my new Chromebook. I mentioned to you guys the other day, and I think I'm gonna see if he will do the read so I can get my audition done. I'm still working on the lines. Normally, I think I would have had a few extra days on this, but because I'm leaving, I really need to knock it out because I can't be positive any of the places I'm going that I'll know anybody there, or I'll be able to find anybody there that speaks English that could do this read with me. So I'm gonna try and hammer it out tonight. I don't know, I hate saying this, but it's just one of those things, like, my brain was so concentrated this week on this trip that this was kind of a curveball for me, so I'm trying to get my brain acclimated for this when I'm really trying to do a million other things. So I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. All the people that sent any kind of donation for this trip specifically, I'm gonna do my absolute best to send you a postcard from all the places that I go while I'm there. I can't promise that I'll be able to, but I'm gonna do my darndest to try and do it, and I really appreciate you supporting me on this trip and wanting to see me have a great time and bring a great time to you guys. So thank you. And what was the other thing? Oh, Patreon. Tomorrow's the last day to join Patreon if you want to get a Christmas card. So if you would like to, join patreon.com/JordanTheLion. It helps send me on adventures, helps send us to museums, gets us to various places, and just makes the channel grow. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm going to be sending out Christmas cards. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in Belgium. Have a great night. Goodbye.
Tried and failed, I tried and failed, oh, how I tried and how I failed. When I was down, the ones I loved told me to pick some nothing, keep me in the balls, you ever try, 'cause I know you failed.